Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another stream. It's been a hot minute since I've been live, but yeah, since D&D's been canceled the past couple weeks, really haven't been playing any games with you guys or anything. So I figured let's just get something going. So I've been playing through a few of the Metal Gear games recently, and I was just about to start Metal Gear Solid 3, and I thought, hey, this could be a pretty cool game to play with chat. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I broke out my PS3. It's the only way I can play this game. I probably could have emulated it, but I hear that PS3 emulation kind of sucks. Um, I could have played the PS2 version, but um, I compared the two. I have Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence on PS2, and the HD version that came out on PS3 is actually um, it's pretty faithful to what the original was, or what Subsistence was anyway. So it has the new camera angle and everything in there, but the textures are way better. Normally, when I'm playing retro games, I do try to play them on the original console, but just after taking a quick peek at this, I found that it's definitely worth playing on the PS3. Just has um, a lot of added benefits. Mostly, it's the higher resolution textures. This would not look better on a CRT. The PS2 is kind of a weird era that some games look better on a CRT and some of them look better when they're upscaled. And yeah, Snake Eater, definitely if you have the opportunity, probably better off checking out the HD collection if you can. Yeah, so this is the first game. It's basically Metal Gear Solid Episode 1. It's like the fifth game in the series, but it's the earliest in the timeline. So you actually don't play as the same character from Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. You're actually playing as Big Boss, who was the villain in like the NES games that nobody played, or the MSX games that nobody played. So yeah, they kind of try to go back and write the history of who Solid Snake are and Liquid Snake and who Big Boss really is. So even though they call you Snake in this game, you're not the same character. This is basically their father. So I'm going to kick it off. It's going to be really heavy at the beginning on story and lore. They're basically going to try to give you a history lesson of what's going on in the world in 1964. So it's just after the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's the Cold War with Russia. Um, it's an alternate reality kind of situation going on. But it's an interesting story, and they lay the groundwork pretty early on in classic Metal Gear Solid with like a 10 or 15 minute cutscene. So I should probably just kick that off, and we'll start watching those cutscenes because it'll be a minute before I actually get to play any game. I may be able to press R1 to change my camera angle every now and then, but I think that's going to be the extent of it. So it's kind of cool. When I broke out my PS3 and I installed this game, it pulled up all my saves from like 2014 when I beat the game. Um, so that was pretty neat. I didn't jump into any of them, but it did make me think I should look through this PS3 for some old save files of things that are awesome. Um, Also, they wrote a song for this game, and I'm not ashamed to say I think it's kind of a banger. We won't listen to the whole thing, but give you guys a taste of what it is. Kojima really went ham. This is the game where he decided, like, to take Metal Gear to a whole new level. I love that they made a whole music video for this. obviously super inspired by James Bond and all of those movies. There's, I mean, it's typical Kojima fashion to like put a lot of movie inspiration into his games, and there's a lot of nods to like James Bond, especially in this one. So anyway, there is a part in the game where we'll have to listen to that whole song. Maybe not the whole song, but a pretty good portion of it while we're working our way through a certain area. So start. I'm not sure, but on the PS2, when I was playing, I actually played a little bit of the original Metal Gear. So what I think I'll do is I do plan on playing through this whole game on stream, and maybe I'll do Peace Walker depending on how I'm feeling. So we'll do this game, we'll do Peace Walker, and I doubt that I would do Metal Gear Solid 5 on stream because I just beat it recently. Maybe I'll do my platinum cleanup because I only have a few more trophies to get in that. Maybe I'll do that on stream with you guys. But after that, we're up to Metal Gear territory. And Metal Gear 2 I've never played. And these are actually the good, like the MSX version, not the NES version, which was like a really stripped down version of the original Metal Gear game. It's fun enough, but the NES just wasn't powerful enough to do what they did on the PC with those games. So if you do have a chance to play the original Metal Gear, maybe don't do the NES version unless it's the only one you can get. They're pretty close in a lot of ways, but they're very different in a lot of ways as well. So worth checking out though. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a typo. It says transferring. I'm pretty sure this is to transfer your saves from your PSP to your PS3. And yeah, it's just spelled transferring. It's kind of funny. Yeah, and my loads, checking. I thought this was kind of neat. Like, all from 2014. So yeah, it's I played this game for 20 hours in like 2 days. That's embarrassing. But hey, 2014. I was like 25. Sue me. All right. We're gonna start a new game. I did recently play the first like hour of the game, and I was having a lot of fun, and I thought it's worth doing on stream.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two.
Here we are. I'm just
East
playing
and
it over
West.
again.
This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
It sure did. So yeah, lots of history lessons coming up. Hopefully the audio's all right. The waves look good, but sometimes it's hard to tell if things are too loud or not. All right. One thing that kind of bugged me playing this game so shortly after playing Metal Gear Solid 5 is how different. Oh, cool. Thanks, Steve. Big Boss as a character is. In Metal Gear Solid 5, he hardly ever talks. But in this game, he's kind of a smartass.
20 minutes to drop off.
Also, anyone who's played through all of Metal Gear Solid 5, I just kind of had an epiphany, and it makes sense now that they're kind of a different character.
Good.
Okay, that's a good local beer we have around here. God, this game's so cool.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Come on, Snake. You gotta put on. Don't try to be the cool guy. You gotta put on your mask.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Also, did anybody say panty waist in the 60s?
10 minutes to drop off.
I'm not sure anybody said panty waist in the 2000s when this game came out, but I feel like it would have been even more rare in the 60s. I feel like they made that a Cuban cigar just
Depressurization complete.
to show that Snake's too cool to
6
obey
minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
the whatever it is, a boycott that Americans weren't supposed to have any Cuban cigars at the time.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
Stand up, you panty waist.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
That was a quick minute.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All
There's
green.
something about the 2000s that everybody tried to be like cooler than cool. Things like that, where like the cigar's coming back and he just steps on it. And later on, there's just like so many scenes where Snake does all this stuff where it's like serves no purpose. These front flips serves no purpose other than, wow, Snake's so cool. There's so much of that, and I love every minute of it. Way to go, Kojima. That's how you do credits.
Jack, I've got some important news.
Hey, here's all the
The head of
backstory.
The CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission.
I wish I could pause
Sounds like something
during
the
these
machine
cutscenes to just like break things
Don't get
down.
cocky, this isn't a train.
Foxhound is the like
So what
platoon
exactly is this
that
wonderful mission?
Snake is in
Well,
like the later games. So in
About
this
2 years
game,
ago,
they're trying to form
a
that
certain
unit.
Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same.
So
On
this is
April
like
12th,
he's the
1961,
linchpin for the whole
Soviets
story.
achieved the first manned
He's a
space
super
flight
scientist.
in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man.
My controller keeps trying to turn off because these cutscenes are too long.
In that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a
What creations
crisis of
could he have been
conscience.
making that would
And
scare
for
him
that,
so
he left
much?
his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his
They're talking
family
about the
was
Berlin
also
Wall.
to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards.
Oh, well, there you go.
I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. The the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't.
It's
back
fun
down,
that they
instead
like
placing their armed
put
forces on secondary
such
alert.
big real world
Ships
things
carrying
as like
missiles
this
continued on
integral
course
part
towards Cuba.
of the story of the
US
game.
and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
Good for the world.
But in order to
I'm
get
proud
the
of
Soviets
us.
to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President
Good
Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's
What
on the
weapon
verge of
might that be in a Metal Gear Solid
What kind
game?
of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
This shot is really helpful in telling us where
Virgin
anything
Cliffs.
is.
Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there
Zing.
just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known.
Pretty
that
sure we
as
go
were
to
being
that
hunted.
research facility later in the game. Oh. Hey, we're still falling after that 5-minute cutscene and my PlayStation trying to turn off. And we're still not, like, the game's not starting yet. I feel like we might have another 5 minutes to go before I actually get to, like, doing. Oh, I'll be able to push a button here in a minute. Oh, there we go. I can look around and see absolutely nothing.
Ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the west.
Oh, 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 zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out.
If we don't get Sokolov back,
That's one thing about PS3 controllers. You can like choose how hard you push the buttons, and in this game, in cutscenes, you can choose like how much to zoom in by how hard you push the button.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy.
Sure are.
It's been
I've done it
combat-proof.
thousands of times in Metal Gear Solid 5 and
Do you
Peace
think
Walker.
Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than
They'll break
during
your
a
legs.
parachute jump, and the arm can handle
Snake's
up
too
to
cool for
500
breaking his
pounds.
legs. He's actually going
So you're
to
planning on going over the border in a single
superhero.
combat talent?
You'll see. It's a
She's equipped with
of a
two
landing.
6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
So the plan for this mission was in and out, super quick. Like, just land, move up a couple screens, save Sokolov, and leave. But they're talking about, like, eating meals in the jungle already. Because that is a big part of the game. Like, you have to get your own food and stuff. Oh, here's the super cool landing. Oh, lost my bag. A cliff. Ooh. Looking good, Snake. Way to be a cool dude. So most people might think, okay, you just landed. It's probably time to start playing the game, isn't it? But no, the cutscene isn't done. Don't leave any evidence behind. Nobody can know the Americans ever sent an operative into Russian soil. Don't leave any shell casings or anything. Make sure you bring everything back with you, Snake. That's the most important part of this mission. Instantly takes off half his gear with American logos, US Army printed right on his mask. Just leaves it right where he landed. Way to go, Snake. Now let's talk on the radio for 5
Do you
minutes.
copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Call me ground control.
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I
So
suppose
Major
calling me
Tom
Snake was your idea of
is
a joke,
like
too.
one of the
No, there's a good
main
reason
bad
for that.
guys
I'll tell you later when the time is right.
in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Gotcha. Getting back
Or
to
so
the subject,
it appears.
how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a
It's
tranquilizer
actually
gun.
really confusing.
Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
I think he's the bad guy
Yeah,
in
about
Peace
the
Walker.
backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
I'm sorry, Tom.
I'll
That
be monitoring
didn't
your
come through. What was
progress
that?
over
What
radio.
do I need to do to climb a tree?
Can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Roger that. Hey, all right. Okay, so important thing to know about how I'm going to be playing the game. There's two camera modes. There's the mode I'm using right now. It's kind of like a fixed camera. And then there's the kind of more modern, just walk around, control your camera. When the game first came out, this is all you could play with, is fixed camera. And then they re-released the game. So it came out on PS2. Then they re-released the game as Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. And they added this camera. And then when they remade it, they remade the Subsistence version. So you can choose your camera. But I am going to play with the classic camera as kind of the default mode, but every now and then, if I'm just kind of like, I want to get a better camera angle at something, I'll switch to this, kind of see what I need to see, and then go back to that. So I'm going to be using a mix, but by default, I'll be using mostly the fixed camera, because I feel like a lot of the art was made with the fixed camera in mind. Whereas here, I mean, the surroundings are kind of uninspired and don't really convey much. But like this, I feel like this was more the intention they had when they made these environments. So that's how I'll play. Our goal is to go to that tree. My backpack is hanging on that. So there's a few ways we can go. We can crawl under here. I think we can go up and over on this side. Is that right? Yeah. Go up and over and go around. Or not. It's a dead end, but we can fight the snake. Gotta get that food. Yeah. Also, there's a first-person camera, which we'll be using a lot. But that was in the original game too, so no cheating there. And then yeah, we can go around this way. A lot of times, if you go the long way in this game, you get little bonus things. So we got some healing medicine there. Climb the tree. Get our backpack. So when I played earlier, I went through like this whole area without shooting anybody, because they said don't leave anything behind, not even like shell casings and stuff like that. And then I got to a certain cutscene, and they asked like, "What did you do with the guards?" And I didn't touch a single one of them. I snuck by all of them, and then Snake just said, "Oh, I had to kill them." I was like, what was the point of me being sneaky and trying not to like be seen at all? It was very disappointing. So this time I'll try to be a bit of a minimalist, but I will be using tranquilizer rounds to knock people out if they're in my way.
Survival is fundamental to this mission.
But I'll try not to like just knock out everybody on a screen so I can run around freely.
You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it.
That's exactly how I plan to treat it.
In the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
That's a pretty
I guess
creative
that means
use
I can't
of
count on any reinforcements.
a
Correct.
game over.
The mission rests entirely in your
So I
hands.
think when you take that pill, you
You're
actually
a
do get like a
one-man
real
army.
game over screen,
Relax. there's
but
a
you still have
support team
access to
ready
your
back
item
you up
menus.
over the radio.
And
I'll introduce them to
yeah,
you.
if you
This
don't open
time,
your item menu
survival is
and
of
take
utmost
the
importance.
revival
The first
pill,
member of the
your
support
game
team will
over
be in
becomes
charge of
permanent.
monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm Paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
Medic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield.
More
After
movie
a week,
references.
No one has a name.
Uh,
What's your name?
Also, Paramedic.
Jane Doe.
This is like straight out of a
Very
James
funny.
Bond.
I wasn't
Movie.
joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
I think every time you call her,
She's
she like
also in
talks
charge
about
of
movies
recording
and
your
stuff too.
mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor.
You remember
Actually,
your
it was the
mentor,
boss
don't you,
who got
Snake?
the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Who's counting
Of
the
course I
hours?
can.
That's
I know all about you.
it's pretty creepy,
Really?
Snake.
Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why
We
did you
actually
disappear on me all
Don't
of a
know
sudden?
anything about her.
I was on a top secret mission.
Hmm.
You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you
just
needed
wanna
to learn
say,
on your own.
I started this game
Technique,
like
sure.
20
What
minutes
about how to
ago,
think like a
and I've played
soldier?
for like
How to think like a soldier?
3
I
minutes.
can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and
But
technique.
Good
And
lord,
the
if
only
this
thing you
isn't
can learn from someone
strong-
else's technique. In fact,
strong
technique doesn't even
groundwork
matter.
for the lore.
What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield.
The Metal Gear games
And
love
politics
philosophy.
are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is
Every,
that why you
um,
abandoned me?
No.
Every
it had
villain
nothing
always
to
has to
do with
share
you.
their
I already
philosophy
told
on
you,
war,
Jack. I was
or
on a top
whatever
secret mission.
whatever
A
drama
soldier
is
has
going
to
on in the
follow
game at the
whatever
time you
orders
fight
he's
them.
given.
They always have to share
It's not
like
his
their
place
philosophy
to
on
question
that.
why, but you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's
There's an
doubly
ongoing
true if he's a
theme of,
career
like,
soldier. Right and wrong have no
humans.
place in his mission.
How can you be a
He has
person
no
and a soldier
enemies
at
and
the
no
same time?
friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up,
So
others
that will
take
not
their
be
place.
I follow.
That
the
will
will
not
of
be
the
his stance
leader,
for very
no
long.
matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier.
Dropped my controller, but luckily it had
The
turned
only
off
thing we
from
can
just not
believe
being touched in so long.
absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II.
They make a
was
big
Snake,
deal about like
the
not letting
Cobra unit,
the
a group of
bad guys
heroes that
know
brought
who
the war
Snake
to an
really
end and
is, so
saved
they have
the
to use
world.
this code
As
name.
long as you've got a
And
legendary
Boss is
hero
just completely
backing you up,
ignoring
you'll
it
be
the whole
fine.
time they talk.
Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice again.
same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you were always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
She's taking credit
CQC.
for them now,
Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in
but
Green Berets
several
for the past
times
few
they
years.
say that
I'm probably
Snake and
pretty
her
rusty.
invented CQC
Not to
together.
worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency
False.
is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Okay, now the game actually starts.
Try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
I guess now the tutorial actually starts. 40 minutes into the stream. Now, it took my time getting
Commencing
started,
virtuous mission now.
but still. All right, so classic camera, like we said. Our mission, Sokolov is a scientist. He invented like the first rocket that went to the moon or went to space, and he, after his successful rocket launch, they moved him over to weapons development using his rocket technology to make like super missiles, and he started to like be worried about the effect of all the weapons he was making, so he defected to America. Okay, don't kill me, dude. So he defected to America, and he was only in America for like a week or two. Oh jeez. He was only in America for like a week or two before the Cuban Missile Crisis happened, and the deal to get the Russians to stop using or to stop giving Cubans their missiles was that we had to give back Sokolov. So now that we've given him back, we got word that he was working on some kind of a super weapon, as one would expect. And we don't want him to keep working on that super weapon, so we're going to go kidnap him again. So that's the gist of it. We are in here. No one can know we're here because it would start a nuclear war. So we're going to try not to alert anybody. When I'm playing offline and I alert somebody, I just let myself get a game over. So that... Oh, R1? Yeah, I usually just let myself get a game over.
Enemy soldiers.
But
Every KGB troop
if something
regards
happens
Sokolov.
on stream, I'll try to run and hide.
AK-47s.
But yeah, I usually try to play like no kills, no alerts.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The
See, they keep
Major is right.
emphasizing,
The
like,
point of this
don't
mission is to
even,
sneak through the
you don't
jungle
exist,
without
be a
being
ghost.
seen. The
Don't knock
success of
anybody
the
out,
mission
don't do
depends on
nothing.
how well you use your camouflage.
But then when you play like that, the cutscene
Change your
acts like you didn't.
camouflage by selecting camouflage
This is a
from
cool
Survival
mechanic
Viewer.
too.
The uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed.
Thanks,
You can
boss.
see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Roger that. Okay, let's put some camo on. So yeah, all you're looking is you're just looking for the highest number. Also, not going to be using this camo at all. We can be the Hulk. We can be Raiden. Or it looks like you just cut somebody's skin off their face and put it on Snake. I prefer Hulk. Or can I be Canada? We cannot be Canada. We could be USA. USA. Oh, that one will probably get you in trouble, Snake. Woodland or Hulk are the best ones for now, but we'll go Woodland. Is this real? A Reach stream? Gosh darn right it is. Oh, you want the Raiden mask? Unfortunately, the Raiden mask is less camouflage than Woodland paint, but there is a part of the game where you need to use the Raiden mask, so we will eventually use it. For now, I'm going to go with Flectarn or DPM. Let's go. All right, we'll go DPM. Okay. Get up. Oh my god. Okay. Get in here. Alright, so there's a guy right there. Do have a sonar. We'll detect when people are moving. I'm not seeing him at all on my sonar for some reason. Is it not on? What's going on? Oh, right. No, what I want is motion to... There we go. This is what I was thinking. Okay. You leave me alone. Alright, that's good. That's good, that's good. No, get over here. I think I need to go that way. Shoot, no, get down, Snake. Getting used to the controls here. Okay, yeah, I do want to go that way. Oh, get up now, get up now. Oh, you, uh-oh. Son of a gun. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, buddy. Get out of here.
Nobody here.
Oh. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so when you press the circle button, you hold them hostage. But if you press the circle button too hard, if you push down on it too hard, you cut their throat. Damn, I was not supposed to do that. Okay, time to hide the body. This is already going not according to plan. Okay, no one will come here. I will take your ammo. No. Through here. I believe there's an item up here. Yep. Got a sniper rifle. And snake guts. All right. Well, that's one way to start my sneaking mission. Front flips. Oh, get up. Okay. I don't think there's anything up there. Let's crawl a little bit because I'm not sure where. Yeah, there's a guy right down there. Usually these tree trunks, if there's like a hollowed out tree, there's usually something inside it. And this one's not hollowed out, is it? Oh, snake. Don't bite me. Yeah, that's not hollowed out. There is a hollowed out one up where that guy is. Oh, shoot. Don't touch me. Snake, don't bite me. Oh my god. This is... We're off to a rough start, guys. That snake is just crawling around my feet. Okay. Going for that log. Oh, there's ammo in there, but I'm still full on my ammo, so I will not bother. Snake, come on. Get in there. Thermal goggles, that's a good one. So that's one thing. Switching to like this camera to go in and out of logs makes it a lot easier. There's that guy. Stop. Try to get a better angle here. Get out of my way. Also, you can see like right there, the bottom bar is my stamina, and as it goes down, I need to eat. I get different like negative effects as it goes down. So when I was like killing the snakes and stuff earlier, that just, I save it as food. Okay. Now the other guy came up here. See him on the radar there. Right there's the other guy. He's starting to make his way. There we go. Come on. Now, it is not necessary to be this sneaky. The section is not as difficult as I'm making it, but I really do want to get by without alerting anybody. It just makes the game a lot more fun. I want to do this. Maybe I will knock out one of the guys here. We'll see how this goes. I'm probably going to knock out the guy in that far area. Let's see. The way out of here was just behind me. There's an item in that tree, I believe. That tree that he's right next to. Go. Okay, so if he were to be found right now, since he has no idea that I was here, they would just think he was sleeping on the job. So that will not give away that the Americans were here. Now, we'll let this guy do one more lap, and we're going to go out. Just, can't, right, right there. There's like a path. There's a path there. We're going to take it once he turns around. I could also just shoot him too. But it'd be weird if 2 people passed out on the job, right? Forgot to switch my camera angle back. Ooh, there's mushrooms there. Should grab those. There we go. Beauty. I hear footsteps, but I can't tell if they're the guy, like that guy right next to me, or if there's another guy nearby. Hard to say, but we're out of here. That was pretty much the hardest screen in the tutorial, I think. They give you so many options on places you want to check out. Look for gear. This is a meme-worthy expression the snake gets. He sees the bees. that shit-eating grin. That little bastard. What are you gonna do with that, snake? I think we all know. So, is it that? No, it's that. Okay. Uh-oh. Time to run, big boy. You're gonna run into those guys, and they're gonna run too. Here, wait. Get out of here. Beauty. Also, there are these little frogs. I think you get something for shooting a bunch of them. PS2 bridge physics, guys. Heyo. More mushrooms. I don't know if... Now let's put our motion detector back on. I don't know if those guys come back or not. There's no one here right now, though. Okay. On to the next screen. Yeah, that one was a lot easier than the last one. Here's the final test.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight.
That's me zooming in. And that's Snake zooming in.
There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
That's exactly where he is.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, I don't plan
One
on
more thing,
creating
Jack.
an alert
You
phase.
mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that
Kept
all?
you waiting, huh?
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Okay. Gotta change my camouflage here. What? Doesn't look like it yet. We want this. I did the screen. Yeah, I did the. It was like the last thing I did while I was playing earlier. So Snake, you leave me alone. So I remember the path I took to do it that time. Just give it a minute here. Going, keep going. Okay. If that guy can turn around or something, just let me sneak by. There we go. We're golden. Oh no! I did not mean for that to happen. He must have heard me when I got up. Oh. Also, there's very clearly something here, but I don't know how to do it. Yeah, I don't know, like the action button doesn't do anything. I don't know, but I'm real disappointed that I got an alert phase there. It's kind of a bummer. In the meantime, let's get some pets.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Go. I shoot the animals.
Pursue and engage him.
Shoot the animals with a tranquilizer. You get to keep them alive. Okay. I don't see anybody out here. Okay, there is a ladder I can climb. That guy's gonna be a problem though. Down, Snake, get down. Is there better camouflage? Desert tiger, apparently. Okay. Oh, actually. Let's eat some food. Python, rat. See if he likes mushrooms. Blech. Nope, doesn't like mushrooms. I know he likes snakes. I don't think he likes rats, but let's try it. Okay, he likes rats. Good to know. I should have saved that, actually. The rat wouldn't have gone bad. The snakes are going to go bad. Okay. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm screwed. Guys. Guys, this ain't good. Oh, God. I'm going back into my hidey hole. Ugh. Oh. Are they shooting in here? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Well, so much for our sneaking mission. I think it's time to just kill, at least knock some people out. Okay, standing up is really awkward. Now what we'll do, we'll hang out here, wait for their caution to wear out, and if they do their patrol again,
This is HQ.
try to come in here.
We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence
I'm
alert
gonna roll this barrel on them.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and
No, no,
engage
I'm
him.
gone. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me, man. Hopefully the path that they would all take actually goes in front of the barrel. Otherwise, what a lame trap that they've given us. Okay. They're all just hanging out there. They're not moving. Oh my god. I'm a fool. You better get in front of this barrel. Yes. How? How do I don't know how to push it. Oh. That was lame. I thought I could push the barrel. I'm pretty sure I can, but I didn't want to hit the button that makes me tap the barrel instead. Alright, they're leaving. Now all I have to do is kill that one guy. Oh yeah. Good night. Go up on the roof. And
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. No problems detected.
Understood. Return to your position.
all right. Start that cutscene. Damn. Now this is one of those cool cutscenes.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent.
And you have to take me seriously because I have war paint on my face.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
Oh yeah.
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the Army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far.
Some
But the
deeper
failure of
politics
his
going on here.
agricultural policies has put him in a precarious
I don't know enough
position.
about Russian politics to
And
know
on top
which,
of that,
if
the
any,
tragedy
of it
last November.
is like real people. So I'm assuming
Assassination.
that guy's real people.
Precisely.
Obviously Kennedy's assassination and stuff.
His biggest partner,
Oh.
and his power base is rapidly crumbling away.
It's a fun
A certain
mix.
group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over
I feel like
another
YouTube
secret
must not
weapons
like
research
that,
facility much like this one,
that fuzzy
OKB
effect that's going on.
812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further
Yeah.
his plans.
That's
But that is not enough to
that's
satisfy
hurting
him.
my image quality
Now
for
he's
sure.
planning to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
This is pretty much as far as I made it in my
By the way,
recent
your
play
rifle is
session.
superb.
So here I'm assuming
Speak it.
that
Mentor.
they're saying like this conversation's happening in
That's
Russian.
so. America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
Even though in
No.
Metal Gear Solid 5,
I have no love for this
Big
place.
Boss
Let's go.
needed a Russian interpreter to be able to interrogate the Russians. What the hell? Kojima, did you forget that Snake is a world-class Russian speaker?
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I knocked
I
out one
see.
guy.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss sometime
That
ago.
is true. I keep
What
forgetting that.
It's probably just a
There was
weak
something else I
signal.
said
Just hurry and get Sokolov
earlier
out.
in this stream where I was like, "Oh, Big Boss, he talks so much in this game. He's like a smartass." And then in Metal Gear Solid 5, he's like super quiet. And I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. That makes sense that they have different personalities." Yeah. Yep, true story. And a different voice. But it sucks that David Hayter wasn't in Metal Gear Solid 5 at all. I'm actually going for the platinum in 5 right now. I only have a couple left. I have all of the S rank, all of the missions S ranked, and I only have like one mission left that has mission objectives. And then I just need to capture all the animals. I'm not sure what else I'm missing. Can I check on my phone? Where's my phone? I don't even know where my phone is. I cannot check on my phone. Yeah, I'm not missing much. It's weird. Where is my phone? What the hell? Started streaming with no way to communicate to the outside world? He was the Phantom, yep. It's good stuff. And it's cool how it like leads right into Metal Gear Solid, and it explains how Big Boss was able to like be a mentor. Like this Big Boss was able to be a mentor to Solid Snake before turning bad. Oh, where's my remote? It's game. Oh, I didn't get to see the cool Ocelot gun tricks.
The Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a GRU soldier
This whole
doing
cutscene's
here?
awesome. This is Metal Gear Solid 3 at its finest. Over the top, silly, super cool. They don't do cutscenes like this anymore. I think it's because
He's the Ocelot commander.
this game was before like motion capture the way we do it now. I feel like there's some in this game, but I think a lot of the animations were more like manually done.
Now get out of here.
And it has like a video gamey style of movement
What?
that you don't get it nowadays. Like all action scenes in games now are like mocapped. Everybody just lets him turn around and shoot them. Try your luck, big boy. Classic Ocelot. Alright, Ocelot, you're pretty cool. You're kind of cool. Doing some badass stuff there. You got a dinky gun. That's not super cool.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
But Snake's still cooler. This is a fun rivalry.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Oh no. That was a little cringe. Didn't have to get weird about it, Ocelot.
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Oh. Sorry, big boy.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
Oh yeah. One knockout. Two stunned. feel like there's a lot of body exposed for that guy to shoot. Bam. It's good shit. Okay, now he's knocked out. Good night. That was supposed to be Snake's bullet.
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Not today, Hotshot. Good night.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
You're pretty good, but Snake's too cool. Knocked you out just by looking at you. They shouldn't have wrote United States on everything that Snake's wearing if they wanted him to be sneaky. Or if they didn't want to start nuclear war.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something
This is
about the
even
whole
worse
thing
than the Cuban
stinks.
Missile
I
Crisis.
agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Alright. Well, now that I've got this whole place to myself, let's loot the bodies. Got a mousetrap. Give me something. Alright, I don't wanna mess with them too much. I don't know if I can wake them up by accident. I don't think there's any gear there. There are stairs somewhere that I want to take. Here. There we go. Got a gun. Right. Thought I had a gun. Okay. Interesting. Choose what I want in my backpack and on my item wheels. Neat. So I got an MK22, but I already had an MK22. Or is that just a silence? Oh, it was a silencer for it. Got it, got it, got it. Let's go get that scientist then.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
So this is all new to me. This is my
The
first
best
time
crew
seeing
has to offer.
this cutscene since 2014, apparently.
I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look,
Ooh, the Shagohod.
That's what they were making you build.
yes, the Shagohod, the treading behemoth, a tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh yes, and without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable
Hmm.
of operating solo. Is
God,
that
this
thing
game's cool.
finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2,
Phase 2.
the weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold
What's
War.
I feel like Phase 2 is Sahelanthropus.
And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Hmm. All right. Feel like you're walking pretty slow for a bridge where you're out in the open. Should probably get off that bridge pretty quickly. That is not the best way to build that bridge, I don't think. Not a bridge expert. Couldn't say for sure. Hey, it's Boss. Those are some mighty big briefcase there, Boss. What could you possibly be doing with those?
Boss?
Oof. She's so cool. More American logos on everything.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
It's not the plan, Boss. Oh no, it's those bees. I broke their nest earlier.
Hornets.
God. Hey there, Hornet Man. I hate that they have Hornets landing on the camera. That was made me uncomfortable.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, Boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood.
I don't remember this in history class.
Is he crying?
Yeah. You don't remember the Russian soldier that controlled bees, could carry people with his bees? You don't remember that guy? I think the thing that you really don't remember from history class is what happens at the end of this cutscene. I'm just gonna put my controller down because this might take a minute. Volgin, aka the Man on Fire.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
God
Sokolov
damn it,
has got a
boss.
gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads.
So, if you can just shoot a nuke
These will make
out of a handheld rocket launcher,
This can't be happening.
Who is
why
he?
the hell do you need
Another one of your disciples?
why do you need a Metal Gear?
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras.
The Cobra unit.
He has not yet found an emotion.
Yeah,
to
Metal
carry
Gear
into
Solid is
battle.
100%. Like,
What are you
instead of
talking
reading
about?
history books, you could just watch me play the game.
Think you can pull the trigger?
Because Metal Gears are cool. You're absolutely right. Hell yes. Metal Gears are cool, but Boss is cooler. Literally just disassembles a guy's gun instead of trying to dodge. Oh. Oh, that's no bueno. Snake, you shouldn't have let her do that. Not only did she disassemble his gun, but she disassembled his arm.
We can't let him live.
Apparently
Khrushchev
Volgin's
finds
sensitive
out
about that
this, we're
nasty face.
finished.
Oh yeah.
He must die.
He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him.
His hands are guns.
Jack, you can't come with us.
And your arm is borked. What did he expect to happen? With his borked arm. Oh no, that's with his good arm. Oh yeah, take that bandana. I thought his first name was Big.
The new blood has been rejected.
There's like, they make a point of never calling him Jack on this mission, but she never stopped. They're all like, okay, well, the Russians could be listening now, so make sure you call him Snake. And she's like, okay, Jack, I'll call you. That's what I'll do.
Now onto
Thanks,
Sokolov's
Jack.
research facility.
I mean, obviously now she doesn't care. But
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
But why? So that is way too close for that helicopter to that rope bridge. Raiden's name is Jack as well. I'm not sure if you remembered that little bit of info. Which is just weird. I don't know why they had to give him the same name. Solid Snake's name is David. And Liquid Snake's name is Eli. And I don't I don't know what Solidus's name is. Solidus was like President something. I forget.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Major Tom is 0.
Snake, listen to me. You need
Slash
emergency
Cypher.
medical treatment. Can you move?
Barely.
You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed
It's the
up.
most
Paramedic?
basic American names, yeah.
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it.
As soon as you die.
Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Don't be a little bitch, Snake.
Major,
Step it up.
the boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment.
This is such a
using
weird
medicine
mechanic,
with
but
the
I
item
love it.
window button, and surgical
Just a
treatment
broken
with
arm
the
Snake,
weapon
grow
window
up.
Your
Not even
injuries include a
broken.
fractured left elbow and rib
Oh, it is
bone,
broken,
and
never mind.
lacerations
Just
on
kidding.
your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They
I
need
thought it
to
was
be fixed
dislocated,
using
like in
surgical
5.
treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and
That's a
then
weird
press
edit.
the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process.
Oh my god.
To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it.
Kojima, you
For
weird bastard.
lacerations,
I
then
love
make
it.
disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures
What a
to
weird
stitch it
thing to
up,
put into a game.
styptic to slow the
You
flow
need
of
to do
blood, and
actual first aid
bandages
on
to wrap
yourself.
the wound.
There's also a
If you do
thing.
everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely.
There's a thing that like,
Understood?
if you just wait, like if you just
Stay with
stop
me.
playing the game because you
Go
don't have
into the
enough
survival
gear,
viewer and treat those
um,
wounds.
if you stop playing for long enough, you'll just be healed. Like time will have healed him. Can I zoom in? Snake. Snake. Look at that arm. Oh man. All right, QR. What am I looking at? Okay, let's do your elbow first. Surge, or what do I need? Bone is fractured. No bandage applied. Okay, well let's do a bandage then. Bone fractured. Do I need a splint? There we go. Look at that. Okay. Suffering from a deep cut, bleeding. Okay. Suture. Okay. No bandage. Okay. Not yet. Oh, probably should have disinfected it beforehand. Deep cut is bleeding, but I sutured it. Burn treatment. Stop the bleeding. There we go. Deep cut. Okay, let's stop the bleeding first. Let's disinfect. And then we stitch. And then we bandage. Beauty. Another deep cut. Dang, okay. Stop the bleeding. Disinfect. Stitch. Bandage. I know first aid. Can you splint a rib? Guess so. Another cut. Bleeding. Disinfect. Stitch. Bandage. Good stuff. Good as new, Snake. Oh. Just pop it back in. Yeah. But like, some of these things are legit classics. Like the plug your controller into port 2 thing. Oh, what a memorable, like, what a memorable mechanic. than this. Like, they didn't keep it in future games, but having to give yourself first aid, beauty. Also, who's Yoko Taro? What games did they make? Anything I would recognize? Oh, that's not how you gotta wear that band. That's infinite ammo, Snake.
Good job, Snake.
You're wasting it on your arm.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Near. Oh, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. What are we doing? What am I looking at? What am I looking for? So why did I need to heal myself if you were just gonna come here and save me? Oh, no, that's not my guys. That's the Shagohod.
Shagohod.
I love how silly the cutscenes are in this game, and how like over the top everything is. Oh yeah, wave to your defecting person who just royally messed you up. Now they're gonna break the other arm. I love how silly and over the top this is, but I cannot wait to play Metal Gear Solid 4, where they just gave up. They were just like, oh, this whole thing's a cutscene. We'll let you play like weird, like broken levels in between, but this entire game is just one big cutscene. And then 5 is like, you're just starving for any kind of a story throughout the whole thing. But good lord, is the gameplay in 5 good. It's a controversial opinion sometimes, but I love the gameplay in 5. That's a big missile. That is a cartoonish missile, and that does not go in that launcher. I'm offended that they think they can fool us with that.
Thanks to the boss and her
I suppose it just
cobras,
goes in the end.
I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Metal Gear Solid 4 is the record for the longest cutscene. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Although I feel like Death Stranding's ending must give it a run. It took me 3 days to watch the last cutscene in Death Stranding.
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
It's like the closest thing to gameplay during that cutscene is you walk. And I know that whole game is just walking, but it's literally like there's no interactions or anything to do. You're literally just walking from like one building to the next, and then you watch the next cutscene. It was like 4 hours to get through the ending of
Not so fast, my dear.
of Death Stranding after the like last boss fight. So they weren't long gaming sessions. It was like after Damien went to bed, just played for a couple hours. But yeah, it was like 3 days.
Death. Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
71 minutes, yeah. Yeah, it's a good 71 minutes though. Really wraps everything up.
We take her back to the base.
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for
I mean, that's the
Sokolov's
true
research
ending
facility.
to Metal Gear.
I think it's time I gave
Okay,
this new toy
that
a
missile
try.
did not go inside that. They even put it on the other end than I
Even if
thought they were going to.
are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
So you don't remember this from history class? That time the Americans nuked Russia? Or the Americans? Wait, what? I didn't remember the Snake got nuked. Don't stare at the light, dude. Snake is doing everything you're not supposed to do in the event of a nuke. Just watch the mushroom cloud. I feel like if you could see the explosion that big, you're already dead. I want to save. May as well save. We've been playing for a while. Although I don't want to save over all my 2014 save data, so we're gonna some fresh saves. Can I make a fresh save? Yes, new file. What does that one mean? Does that mean I beat the game once? Man's not following nuclear survival guidelines. You're right. Duck and cover. That's all. That's the only thing you gotta know. Duck and cover. Oh! Now the game really starts, and we gotta listen to the song. Oh! Man on the moon. There you go. So this is a time lapse. Yo, duck and cover. Here's nice. Oh yeah, that James Bond intro song. I was saying earlier, I'm not ashamed to say it. The song's a banger. Another banger for a Hideo Kojima song is Death Stranding, the song. By, I think, Grimes. I think Grimes sings that. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let me see here. Oh, it's Churches. Sings Death Stranding. Favorite anime intro theme? Yeah. Snake eating a snake. So Toyota. So Toyota has been doing motion in Metal Gear Solid since Metal Gear Solid 1. I always notice his name in the credits. God. How can this game not be like the most popular game in the world? But I feel like this is the start of the Metal Gear games the way they are now. I find Metal Gear 1 and 2, Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 are like their own thing that are very similar, and then Metal Gear Solid 3 is like almost a new take on things. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1 in particular is like, yeah, it's really its own thing. But yeah, 2 I find was just like, how do we take what Metal Gear Solid 1 was and then make it on like a more powerful console? And then Metal Gear Solid 3 is like, how can we get creative with the concept of Metal Gear? No, and I think it's because Kojima's like he's really creative about gameplay mechanics as well as just being bonkers with his story stuff. But Metal Gear Solid 1 wasn't very bonkers with its story. It was more like they were trying to be like military, not realistic, but like in a way, kind of like they are in this. They're trying to be realistic in Kojima's own way, which is just going into like really specific details about really specific things.
Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
What's the mission this time?
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced
Here's
ICUs in
the
the
briefing video.
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
Oh right, they think he's.
According to them, I'm a traitor and
Yeah, they think he's a traitor, so he needs to undo what the boss is doing to prove that he's not a traitor.
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
There are some games that are really clever about it. I mean, you mentioned Nier. Nier was really creative about like gameplay as like a story slash like, gameplay mechanic. And Undertale did some creative things with like gameplay and story, the way Metal Gear does, but like obviously very different. But yeah, Kojima has like a voice in his storytelling that is interesting. The way he uses history.
Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
I never really did all the Nier stuff. I want to go back. I want to do that.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help
threatening nuclear war, always nice.
I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself.
That is the most American of all American voices.
Defected to your country a week ago.
No.
But he was like, hey, Kojima, what should I be doing for this character? He is the United States.
By the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war.
Oh, nice. Good to hear Xenoblade 3 had a good ending then. I was speechless after Xenoblade 1.
The mother of your special forces?
Yeah.
I only made it like 2/3 of the way through Xenoblade 2.
Nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Nice. Yes, that's correct.
And
I got to the part where you're like on like the whale, the thing's like diving down, and we're gonna die if we don't like stop it or something. That's as far as I got.
Aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. and yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army
Yeah,
insists that
yeah, that's
this
where I
is all
was.
a ploy on your part.
I've said
Tantal.
it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence.
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
No pressure, Snake.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Right.
Are the
Well,
Russians going to be helping us?
time to start
KGB
the
has
real
promised
game
to
now.
lend us one of their communications
Ooh.
satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
This is neat.
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Cruising. Also, I forgot all about Adam and Eva.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
There's nothing to see. Don't worry about me. Alright, dude. Nice chatting with you. I'll probably be playing this for the next few nights. Oh. This looks like a lot more painful than the last landing. Very similar landing pose though. Is there a night-day cycle in this game?
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time.
Kill boss.
Rescue
Got it.
Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll
That's
be
the name of the
taking on
game.
Boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true
Snake's
story
not a
about
movie buff.
prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked.
That doesn't make
More or less
sense.
the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission. 145.
How do you convince a board to
0.73.
revoke that medical license?
She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time.
Oh, that guy
That
that you were
frequency is
helping
also
via
the
the
same.
radio didn't do his mission? You must not be a good doctor.
140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is
Sigint.
Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent. To the Khrushchev regime, at the very least. But remember,
Neat.
this is still a sneaking mission. Snake,
I
if
can
you fail this
guilt-free kill
mission,
people
it will
now.
mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep
They
that
gave
in
Snake
mind
a
and
license to
proceed
kill.
with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Oh yeah. All right. Now, a full like what, 2 hours? How long we've been streaming here? Exactly 2 hours since I started the stream. We are now playing Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. The hell? As well get a snake. Big death pills. All my old stuff is here. Okay. Unfortunately, I do not have my night vision goggles. That's not ideal. Oh, actually, classic camera. Sticking with the classic cam. Anything in here? That's not a hollow one. Never mind. Womp womp. Ooh, there's a frog. How do I shoot that one? Also, what do those frogs do? Oh wait, I don't have a silenced gun. I don't want to shoot that one. Straightforward. Just keep on keeping on. Snake making some noise. Snake, alright. Okay, you get to live. Today is your lucky day. Horsey? That Volgan's horse? Yes. Super stealthy. I almost killed a horse with my plane. Quiet down, horse. Are we so loud?
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That
Probably
arm still hurt?
Probably shouldn't challenge her right now.
What are you doing here?
God damn it. Not again.
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead.
And her sons.
You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
If you're not careful, she's gonna take away your arms too.
Boss.
That's a broken rib.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
Jesus.
There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Why are those bullets flying crooked?
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Woohoo. Uh-oh.
The border is
There's a
60
ghost
miles
there.
south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
60 miles? Damn, Snake, you fit.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
Bandana is important for tactical reasons, boss.
If we meet again, I'll kill you.
Goddamn.
Now, go home.
This game is just torture porn at this point. Broken rib, broken hand. I don't think he has any cuts, but he might.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Sounds like she should probably be the hero of this game.
We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Just gonna say it now. Snake will not be going blackface in this. I don't need to deal with that drama. Leaf, DPM, and Flectarn are just as good. Go. Cure. Really? Nothing to cure? Oh man. Alright. I thought for sure I'd have some first aid that would need admin. Oh, geez. Nope. Can't go now. What? Okay, no, he didn't see me.
HQ. This is HQ.
Control here.
Lay down.
We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Damn it. What should I do here? See how hard it is to tell where people are using the classic camera? It's like places like this you pretty much have to use the other one. Okay. Please don't run into people while I'm doing this. Is this the same area as before? Oh my god. Ah, son of a... Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Run and hide. This is the same area as before. Which means... Oh, get in there. Get in the stupid tree. Okay, they don't know I'm here. We can wait it out. We can wait it out in the tree. Kind of feels like they know I'm in the tree. Maybe they don't. Also really feels like... Oh, maybe I just... Okay, yeah. Gunshot wound in the dick? Bruh. Okay, yeah, let's stop the bleeding. Disinfect your junk. Stitch that puppy up. Wrap it up. A gun. Okay, well... So you gotta use the knife on the wing wang. Sorry, buddy. There we go. This is an impressive technique. Inside of a tree. Spinning around like that. Right, so where's... I feel like there's a guy like right on me. Yeah. Like right there.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here.
2 of them.
We've lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
What? What? I got bit by a snake. I got bit by a... God damn it. Oh. You're... Inject the serum. Go. Of all times get bit by a snake. Don't turn around, guys. Don't turn around. Turned around. He turned around. Oh, God. What? That guy just walked on me. Ah! Get me out of here. Where's the... Oh, the exit's up there. Oh, just get out of here. Run! Oh my god. That screen did not go well. Okay. Guys. Ah, you bastard.
I see him.
Oh, stand up at least. Don't mind if I do. Okay, well. Probably more people here, right? Yes, there is. I believe I can kill this guy by Breaking the bridge. What are you gonna do, big boy?
HQ, please respond.
Okay. Nope.
This is HQ.
That's not what I thought.
We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Speak. If you slide down cliffs, you won't take any damage.
That's a weird thing to say. Knockout. Give me something. Something other than a grenade. I need that guy to turn around. There we go. Okay. Knocked out. It's very dark in this screen. I need to adjust my my capture card settings. Right. Okay. Things are a little less chaotic now. We're back at the place we found Sokolov. There's no people. At least no one's showing up on my motion detector. Any weapons? It'd be real nice to get a weapon. An AK-47, okay. Where's my AK-47? Right here. Right. It's better than nothing. Push this? Yes, I can. There it is. Oh my god. I did not know that was going to happen. It's loud. Okay, nothing. Always stuff under the bed. That's why I couldn't open that. Bed was on it. Oh yeah, there's a gate here. That was closed last time. Interesting. Interesting time for a cutscene to show up, since I was already at this area. Ruh-roh.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me.
Not the person I was supposed to meet. This game's clever.
There is your answer.
Not the answer. The answer is Lali Lule Lo. All she did was prove she does not know the password and she is not the person I'm looking for. But Snake doesn't care because she kind of looks like Boss. And because she's doing that,
The
easy
name's
Snake.
Eva.
Easy Snake. So whenever you press R1, you get to see through Snake's eyes. That's what's going on there.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
What's your code
Snake,
name?
huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to
Oh,
test
she got
me?
that right.
What happened to Adam?
Oh yeah.
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a code.
Kojima makes really cool things,
I was.
but he's got some
before he was
problematic.
infected with the
He's got some
Soviet
problems with
Union
his
Adam.
games.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh?
Snake's happy. He was happier to see the gun than he was to see her.
Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long, tight trigger with non-slip moves.
Make it easier on my
The
fingies.
base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
Then you go ahead and dry fire it. Way to go, a-ho.
Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
A disguise.
You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then.
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
I can do it.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight.
Snake is purposefully bringing knives to gunfights.
Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
No, Snake, it's easier to play this game in daytime.
You'll never make it in your condition.
Sleep it off.
It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
Yeah,
How
I'd
well
rather
do
you just
have to
leave.
know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Save the game. All right. Well, I think that is a good breaking point. This is where Mr. Kojima-san decided that he wanted everybody to stop playing the game and get some sleep. So that is what we are going to do. Create a new save. There we go. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone who popped in. It was nice to catch up with some people there. I'm going to keep playing this game. I figure I'll just make it my new stream game. Probably have a couple weeks worth of content there. And who knows, if all goes well, then we'll probably play Peace Walker too. I want to play this game and Peace Walker kind of back to back because they go so well together. Alrighty. Well, thank you very much, everyone, and we'll talk soon. Bye.